tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
All right, let's check out the starting lineup for the Trailblazers. They've got Shaedon Sharpe, Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Kamare in at the 3. 6 on the shot clock. Curry with it, now guarded by Ayton. And here's Green from the arc. Avdia pulls it in. Pass to Sharpe. Simons outside. Avdia, screen on Butler. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Golden State with the ball. Outside Curry. Green, the pass to Butler. Back to Green. Five on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And here's Curry for 3. Avdia pulls it in. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. From deep. That's good from Curry on the assist from Green.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3-ball is falling. That's how good he is.
Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
Now here's Green. On the wing, Curry. Back to Green. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Stolen.
A sloppy pass. Have to be more precise than that.
They get it back. Outside Sharpe. Pass to Kamare. Shot clock at 6. And here's Simons. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now here's Curry. Offline with a 3.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Avdia from outside. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
How they'll go about defending. DeAndre Ayton came up, and coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Simons. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Butler. And here's Curry for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And here's Butler outside. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Butler's got 6.
Jimmy Butler taking it upon himself to get those 3 points back.
And, Coach, when we get to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler plays his best basketball.
Well, Brian, look, it's tangible. You see his numbers go up in the postseason. Butler's been the #1 option on multiple finals teams. That puts him in rare company.
Now here's Green. Yet to see a basket. Back to Curry. The three. And Ayton pulls it down.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
And here's Simons outside. Ayton against Green. Fades away. Ayton, no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Ayton against Green. Left side Butler. The three. Nails it from beyond the arc. 9 points in the game. 7 seconds left to play in the first. There's Simons with a three, and he gets the jumper to drop. Jimmy Butler getting it done for Golden State. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Gary Payton II is out there with Kuminga, and it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Payton, no good. Portland trailing here. For three, Klingon. And he buries his first look.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Money! Stephen Curry, the three-point king.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Outside for Henderson. To the paint. Just 5 on the clock. And there's a pick. Fires from deep. They get it back. Here's Klingon, covered by Jackson Davis. Tipped, and he recovers it. Klingon's shot is off. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And the Warriors with another three.
This is why you gotta be right up on Curry. Any breathing room he gets is too much.
Blazers trail by 4. Henderson scanning the floor. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Henderson's got his first 3 points of the game. Curry against Henderson. Launches it from deep. Curry's shot is off.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Jackson Davis' screen. A deep three. Curry with another miss.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Grant, the pass to Thibault. Grant with a screen on Kuminga. Thibault. Jackson Davis grabs the miss.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
The three ball. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Grant with a screen on Payton. Out to the wing. Here's Kamari. And a miss there on the triple. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 2. Three-pointer. He buries it from 3. Curry's got 12 points. Understand, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
This one for three. Keibel with the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Graham. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
And a heads-up play from Grant. Sets the pick, then gets himself open.
And here's Curry for three. Curry with another miss. Portland has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Henderson outside. Nice move. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Hield.
Yeah, ripped physical guard. Henderson's competitive nature and drive to keep improving is really impressive.
And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jackson Davis. Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Stephen Curry.
And for his position, Green has impressive vision with the ball, helping him find the wide open man.
Pass to Aiden. Off the outside. Fires the three. Drops in the three. He's got 9.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone.
The monitor and see if he got it off in time.
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time. It should be an easy decision for the officials.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. We've got Denny Avdia and Freddie Simons out there with Shaedon Sharpe. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. It's Avdia on the wing. Butler covering. Offensive rebound. Golden State with the ball. Pass to Curry. From deep. Portland with a rebound. The 3 from Ayton. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. Well, the Warriors shooting about 41%. Puts up a 3. That's good from Curry on the assist from Green. Curry's got 15.
Using his superb court vision, Green is able to routinely find his open teammate.
Pass to Kamare. Ayton with a screen from the arc. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And he's got such great hands. Ayton corrals rebounds and doesn't lose his touch on follow-ups.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Now here's Butler. Takes a 3, and that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Curry against Simons. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
It's Sharpe on the wing, defended by Podziemski. Fires it from 18. Outside Sharpe. from behind the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. On the wing, Curry. There's the triple. Rebounded by Kamari. Blazers trail by 4. And here's Simons. 5 points in the game. Avdia from outside. Rebounded by Green. Green's got rebound number 7 tonight. It's Pajemski on the wing. Hits the trifecta. Pajemski's got 8.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And Ayton gets it to go.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's Ayton with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 4. There's Simons with a 3. Another 3 from Portland.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
Butler can't get it to go. Well, the Trailblazers shooting only 30% in the third quarter. Off the outside for the lead. Jimmy Butler with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Green. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line. That's on Anthony Simons. And some changes here for the Warriors. Kuminga, he's checked in for Moody. Payton comes in for Pajemski. And it's Buddy Hield in for Curry. Henderson, the pass to Williams. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. The Warriors have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Kuminga, the pass to Green. Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
I love the show of force by Green, putting the defense on notice with the jam.
Henderson for 3. Knocks down the long J. Henderson's got 7 points. Right side, Butler from outside the arc. And the three-pointer goes. And the Warriors lead by 3. Here's Henderson. That'll count. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Curry and Hield to the sharp-shooting backcourt. Kevon Looney is out there with Kuminga. And it's Payton in at the small forward. That's the Warriors 5.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Outside, Williams. On the wing, Grant. Williams with the screen. Offensive board. Outside for Henderson. Pass to Benton. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown. Benton's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Here's Hield. Puts up a deep 3. It doesn't go for him. The Trailblazers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. To take the lead. Another 3 from Portland.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Curry looking it over. Looney passes to Curry. Looney the screen. Outside heel. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Knocks it down from distance. Heel's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Henderson outside. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
The response from Scoot in answer 3. What a back and forth. Oh, my.
Here's the pick. Hield for 3. Portland with a rebound. Klingen's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Some room here for Williams. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Here's Benton, guarded by Hield. Grant outside, down low. It's stolen by Kuminga. 3-on-3. Here's Payton. And that misses. That would have put him up. Outside Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's the 3. Williams grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Klingen. He's defended by Looney. Pass to Benton. They set the pick. 4-3. Looney grabs a miss. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. And here's Hield. Looney, a screen on Henderson to take the lead. And Klingen pulls it down. Klingen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Grant outside. The fader. Here's Henderson. Pass to Klingen. Second shot opportunity. The shot that time not on target. And the Warriors shooting only 29% since the 4th quarter began. Curry against Henderson. Curry passes to Looney. Shoots over Klingen. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Now Portland with it. So far in the 4th, they've allowed just 6 points. They set the pick. Passes to Henderson. Grant, left side. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Now here's Payton. Hield from outside. Oh, my! What a shot!
That's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. What a Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up with
Great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Now Sacramento starting 5. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Levine passes to Sabonis. In the corner, Murray with it. Outside, Levine. Clock is at 3. They get it back. Sabonis kicks to Levine. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time.
A rapid-fire release by Levine on that one.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Pass to Butler. About a minute played so far here in the first. Now here's Levine. Outside, Sabonis. Off target with his 3.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Brent, when I think of those title teams of the Golden State Warriors, clearly you think of the Currys and Thompson, and maybe at the top of that list, the importance of Draymond Green.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, that the lean on for Golden State defensively and to be as good as they were on that end of the floor falls on the shoulders, and the very capable ones, of Draymond Green. I mean, he took on all challengers and elevated the confidence of players like Steph and Clay. So Draymond's defense, elite and leading to titles.
Now, here's Sabonis. Murray, the pass to Sabonis. Kicks it out to Ellis. Pass to Levine. With 1 on the clock, and the jam by Levine.
Yes, the hammer from Levine. That is an electric athlete.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. See how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Sabonis finds Murray. Murray sets a screen for DeRozan. Fires the 3. And it's Murray, that time on the assist from DeRozan.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
Here's Moody. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Kings trail by 4. Levine sets the screen for Sabonis. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Head always on a swivel. Levine making things happen with his passing.
Outside Curry. Green against Sabonis. Back to Curry. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Sabonis. For Sacramento, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And the Warriors making a change here. Heald's checked in. Then for the Kings, Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sabonis. And it's Malik Monk in for Ellis. Moody's shot is off. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. They trail by 1. Levine, a screen on Butler. Valanciunas with the ball. Out guarded by Hield. Monk for 3. Warriors with the rebound. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the first. Butler, no good. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Monk kicks to Levine. Valanciunas sets a screen for Levine. Pass to Valanciunas. Again, the miss by the Kings. Golden State's gone 4 of 7 from three-point range so far in the first. Majemski on the wing. Guarded by Levine. There's the pick. Outside Butler. Shoots the three. Rebound collected by Levine. Murray right side. With the shot. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
On the court for Sacramento, we've got Lyles. Monk is out there with Carter. Then it's Sabonis. And it's LaRavia in at the three, the small forward. Here's LaRavia. Outside Sabonis. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Sabonis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Carter, the pass to Lyles. Out to the right wing. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Ellis, he's checked in for Carter.
King substitution, number 23, Keon Ellis.
Sabonis feeling it out a bit. Pass to Lyles. Clock at 6. Back to Sabonis. It's taken away by Payton. Hield with it. Now guarded by Monk. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And taken away by Ellis.
And if you're going to go cross court with the ball, you have to be sure the passing lane is open.
Sabonis' screen on Hield. There's the triple. Keeps it alive. And Monk stays with it. Monk's got the lead up to 1 now for the Kings. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Kings.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
We should also mention how hard they've been working on the offensive glass, just coming up with second chance scoring opportunities. Those can be deflating.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, DA. Sacramento's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Ellis outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Sabonis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Sabonis has got 5 points now this quarter. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Payton against Monk. Kicks it out to Ellis. Puts up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. Now it's a 6-point Kings lead.
If you leave someone open on a team with Sabonis having the ball, he's going to make you pay. That's great recognition.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. That 3 off the mark. Now the Kings with it. They're on a 13-3 run. Pass to Lyles from outside the arc. On the wing, Monk. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Stephen Curry. Green with the ball. Now Valanciunas defending. Pass to Moody. And the Warriors miss again. Kings leading now by 6. Ellis, the pass to Levine. Out to DeRozan. Tries the spin move. And Valanciunas now atop the key. Shot clock at 6. His three-pointers off the mark. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Fields checked in for the Warriors. And then for Sacramento, Sabonis comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Murray subbed in for Malik Monk. Now, here's Moody. Nothing on the board.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Ellis kicks to Sabonis. Levine feeling it out. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And how about that triple to put a cap on?
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Pajemski. Moody is out there with Butler, and it's Green in at the 5 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bounce pass from Sabonis. Levine wide open. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Levine's got the lead up to 12 now for Sacramento. The drive by Green, and it's Pajemski in the corner. And stolen by Murray. In the corner, it's Levine. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Drains the three-pointer. Butler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Outside, Levine. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Levine's got 9 points here in the second half.
Such a gifted scorer. When Levine is this locked in, the defense is in for a long night.
Moody's shot is off.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Green deciding where to go with it. In the corner, Moody with it. Here's Butler going inside. On its way from Curry for 2. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Curry's got 8.
Yeah, how about Steph Curry with the bailout there? Masterful at creating just enough space in that situation.
High post shot. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Sabonis. And the Kings lead by 15. Curry against Ellis. Here's Moody. Sinks the three-pointer. Moody's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Love to see the pass-first nature of Draymond Green, and for good reason. He's got a lot of good shooters on the ball club, but as a 4 or as a 5, that passing skill pays off big time.
Murray sets a screen for Ellis. Pass to Murray. Now here's DeRozan, defended by Moody. DeRozan's shot is off.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract limits. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Here's Sabonis. Again, the miss by the Kings. Warriors trail by 12. To the paint. Here's Curry. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. The Kings have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. For 3, Levine. Sabonis kicks to Levine. No good on the 3. The Warriors have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Butler from outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, Jimmy Butler's 3 ball is just going to extend that defense, and now he's going to make plays inside.
Bean passes to Sabonis. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need to.
And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Kings. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the court for Sacramento, Ellis is out there with Monk. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Lyles in at the 4. It's stolen by Monk. And here we go. Fast break. LaVine's got it. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Ellis has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Kings. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Kings.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Kuminga sets a screen for Curry. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Golden State.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that 3 off. Beautiful shot.
Valanciunas with a screen on Peyton. LaVine kicks to Valanciunas. Pass to Monk. Back to Valanciunas. Good on the 3-point shot. Valanciunas has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the big man's got to be feeling it right now. A catch-and-shoot jumper from Valanciunas.
Kuminga, screen on Monk. Shot by Hield, nobody around, and he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And a wide-open look for Valanciunas. No good on the triple. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Kuminga dishes to Hield. Kuminga sets a screen for Hield. Peyton surveying the floor. Drills the 3-pointer.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Monk with the ball. Out guarded by Hield. Ellis, the pass to Monk. Back to Ellis. Monk against Teal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Malik Monk gets the 3. And the Kings lead by 9.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Outside, Levine. Ellis with the screen for Levine. And the call will go against Jonathan Kuminga. That's his first foul.
Cagey move. Levine towing with the defense, using that screen to perfection.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Gary Payton. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Heel. It's Ellis on the wing. Back to Sabonis. Puts up a deep 3. Tries again. There's Levine out to DeRozan. Three-pointer. It's good from long range.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And the Warriors miss again. Kings leading now by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Kings.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Zach LaVine.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Here's Sabonis. Kick out to LaVine. Takes a 3. And Moody pulls it down. There's 39 seconds left in the game. And it's Butler with the jam. Butler with the steal. Pass to Moody. Off target from outside. Floats it up for Murray. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Moody, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
DeRozan for 3, and the miss. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for...
hard matchup.
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine, then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Ellis in at the 1. Now here's Sabonis, pass to Murray, fires the 3. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Simons passes to Avdia. Here's Kamare. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hits a 3-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Sabonis. Outside Murray. DeRozan, a screen on Ayton. Murray passes to DeRozan. And here's Sabonis. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. 3-pointer sharp. It's rebounded by Sabonis. And so Sabonis will bring it up for the Kings. And the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Now here's LaVine. 4 on the clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. No good on the triple. The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Avdia outside. Gets the 3 to fall.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Sabonis, the pass to LaVine. Here's Ellis. Jacks up a 3. And another miss by Sacramento. Avdia against DeRozan. Fires it. Avdia, good. Avdia's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's LaVine for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Kamare. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Simons outside. Ayton with a screen. And it's off from 3-point range. Kings trail by 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. He's been working with his assistant coaches trying to devise a way to contain Zach LaVine. His ability to play well above the rim, coupled with the deep range, makes him a unique challenge to defend. They're going to try to keep him off balance by showing him different looks. Brian?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Avdia can't get it to go. Sacramento has gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. Here's Ellis. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. A minute 29 left in the first. He drops it from range.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Sabonis, high post. He's against Ayton. On target from range.
The response, LaVine hitting that 3 right back at you.
Portland making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for the Kings. Monk comes in for Ellis. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Ayton in the high post. Valanciunas on him. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Murray passes to Monk. Murray, a screen on Simons. Back to Murray. Takes the 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Trailblazers lead by 7. Simons finds Ayton. Ayton, a screen on DeRozan. On the wing, Grant, defended by DeRozan. Simons outside, 5 to shoot. beyond the arc. Rebound by Sacramento.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Levine passes to Murray. Drains the triple. Murray's got 6 points. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Simons outside. Denny Avdia making it happen for the Portland Trailblazers. 8-point. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the court for Sacramento, Trey Lyles is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's LaRavia in at the 3. Trailblazers lead by 4. Henderson left side. Pass to Klingon. Lets it fly. Gets it to go from the corner. Klingon's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Up top, Sabonis. Rebounded by Kamari.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
For 3, Klingon sinks it from distance. Klingon's got his second basket of the game.
With all that space, it's so hard for the defense to stay connected to everyone.
Here's Lyles. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 3 assists in the game. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Williams is checked in for Portland. Ellis is checked in for the Kings.
Come on.
Grant's shot is off. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Sacramento.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Henderson, the pass to Williams. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. The Kings making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Sabonis looking over the floor. Outside for Levine. Lyles a screen. From downtown, Portland with a rebound. Grant outside. Puts up a deep 3. From beyond the arc and then some. Grant's got his first bucket of the game and he's on the board for 3. Grant against Levine. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. That's tipped. Pass to Henderson. Outside Thibault. Just 5 to shoot. There's the 3. Outside for Grant. Henderson with a screen on Levine. And here's Grant from the arc. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Kings trail by 6.
2 minutes.
Outside Monk.
2 minutes.
Sabonis with a screen on Williams. Monk for 3. No luck on that one. And so Henderson will bring it up for Portland. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Now here's Henderson. No points so far. Outside, Williams. They set a pick. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Ellis passes to Sabonis. Outside Levine. Another three for Sacramento.
Off the pass, Levine is more or less just automatic. He just lets it fly.
Here's Klingon. He's guarded by Sabonis. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Klingon's got 7 points in the game. Pass to Levine. Sabonis with a screen on Grant. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. Here's Ellis. Launches a three. Williams grabs the board.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Grant with it. Now guarded by Monk. Williams a screen on Monk. And here's Grant from the arc. They get the rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Simons. Tight defense on him. Knocks down the triple. Simons has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Portland ahead, up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, Zach LaVine has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
They've got DeAndre Ayton. Anthony Simons out there with Sharp. Then it's Denny Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Simons passes to Ayton. Over Sabonis. Outside Sharp. Ayton with a screen. 6 to shoot. For 3. Another 3 for Portland.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Outside Levine. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Sabonis with it. Now Sharp defending. Here's Ellis. Shoots over Simons. Ellis' shot is off.
Normally he drains that.
And here's Avdia. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by Sacramento. Murray looking around. From outside, off the mark. Portland leading by 5. Simons outside. It's Sharp on the wing. Pass to Kamare. Back to Ayton. Corner shot. It's rebounded by Levine. Kings trail by 5. Sabonis outside. Outside Levine. The 3 is up. And Sabonis slams it in.
Just doing his job. Sabonis is there to snag the offensive rebound and put it right back.
Simons outside. Pass to Ayton. Knocked loose. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Here's Avdia. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And some changes here for Portland. Grant comes in for Sharp, and it's Henderson in for Simons. The Kings also with a sub. Monk's checked in for the tie. On the wing, Murray. Monk against Henderson.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Murray, a screen on Henderson. Monk passes to Murray. Launches it. Keegan for 3.
You can't let the clock bother you. Good job by Murray staying aware but not rushing himself.
And Richard, throughout his career, DeMar DeRozan has such an easy time finding ways to score.
He knows how to get to his spots on the floor, BA. You have to do your work early against DeRozan because he is a midi master. If you let him move freely, he will J you to death.
Henderson for 3. Zach LaVine clears it away. Sacramento has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Monk passes to Sabonis. We've got 1:13 left in the third. LaVine with a screen on Ayton. Murray passes to Monk. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. On the wing, DeRozan. DeRozan a screen. And it's good. Credit LaVine with the assist. And the Kings lead by 2.
DeRozan has every shot, but that mid-range, yeah, that's his bread and butter.
And here's Grant from the arc. Rebound by Sacramento. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Oh, LaVine! What an athlete!
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Shots good by Henderson.
The response from Scoot in answer 3. What a back and forth. Oh, my.
Here's Sabonis. Outside for LaVine. DeRozan outside. Back to LaVine. Picked by Sabonis. Fires the 3. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Kings on top. Lead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Taking a look at the Kings, they've got Malik Monk, Jonas Valanciunas out there with Zach LaVine, and it's LaRavia in at the 4-man position.
And those second-chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
And here's Grant from the arc. Valanciunas with a rebound. The Kings leading. LaVine with it, picked up by Grant. Pass to Valanciunas. That drops, and it comes off an assist from LaVine. Valanciunas has got 5 points now this quarter. Some room here for Williams. Rebound by Sacramento. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Outside Monk. Now here's LaVine. He's covered by Grant. Puts up a 3. And Clingan pulls it down. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Henderson scanning the floor. Williams a screen on LaVine. Here's Henderson. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
And just slippery with the ball in his hands. Henderson will dissect you off the dribble.
Here's Ellis. Into the lane. Outside for LaVine. Outside Monk. LaRavia passes to Valanciunas. Shoots over Clingan. Valanciunas can't get it to go. Portland trailing here. Here's Williams. And it's LaRavia with a rebound. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. The offensive rebound. Let's go with a 3. Pure from 3-point range. And the Kings lead by 5.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
For 3, Klingon. It's kept alive.
Who's watching here?
Grant outside. From the arc. They grab their own miss. Williams finds Grant. Sinks the tray.
No hesitation from Grant. He's not bashful shooting off the catch when given the chance.
Outside Levine. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And Zach LaVine just commands the ball in these big moments. You want a guy that can not only take that shot, but make that shot.
Has to Ben. We've got 1:48 left in the 4th quarter here. Sacramento leading by 5. Ellis passes to Levine. Right wing. Here's Larabia. 3-pointer, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
For 3, Klingon. Rebound by Sacramento. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. So Portland ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
Sacramento has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the 4th. Pass to Ellis. Fires from deep. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. Levine's got his 5th assist in this one. Simons with it. He's picked up by Levine. Sharp with it. The 3. That shot, no good. Here's Ellis. Takes a 3. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
It's the versatility and the unpredictability of what Sabonis does that makes him so hard to match up with, which is why he gets these easy fouls.
To halt the run. And Sharp the bucket on the assist by Simons.
Yeah, fearless play by Sharp in clutch time. He wants us to know he's ready to shine in these challenging moments.
Here's Levine for 3. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. He makes the first of 3, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He makes the second free throw, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Players with this type of athleticism at Zach LaVine, historically, they keep people watching on TV and they keep people in the crowd. Why? Because you never know what you're going to see from them.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton with the stuff. 32 seconds left in the game. Here's Levine for 3. Avdia pulls it in.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
You know, it takes incredible accuracy to drain it from that deep. So impressive.
Here's Levine for 3. Avdia pulls it in. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Here's DeRozan. Can't get it to fall. So a close game sees Sacramento taking this one. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Now Golden State's starting five. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Moody is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint. Curry dishes to Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Three-pointer, Simon. Draymond Green pulls it in. On offense, here are the Warriors. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Well, Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
Stolen. 5-on-3 break. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Green against Ayton. Green kicks to Butler. Back to Green. Puts it up from 17. Connects. The jumper drops.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
There's the three. And that one is off. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They trail by 1. Here's Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities. And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk.
And Simon's wide open. He'll fire. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to catch up with Portland's head coach. We talked about the respect he has for Jimmy Butler and everything that Jimmy Buckets brings to the table. He told me Butler's special. He impacts the game with the ball, without the ball, and with his defense. But he said as much of a challenge as Butler presents, they'll be ready. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Sharp on the wing. Defended by Butler. Ayton a screen. And Sharp has it in the corner. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Moody the pass to Green. He takes it in, and Green slams it in.
Well, it's refreshing to see Green not just help run the offense, but also be involved with production.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Ayton sets the pick for Simons. Ayton kicks to Simons. Again, Simons missing.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Avdia.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
No shortage of scoring here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
We got Matisse Thybulle. Grant is out there with Klingon. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Pass to Klingon. The 3. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Klingon's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Trailblazers. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Thybulle. Fires away from way outside. And the Trailblazers, another 3. The Warriors lead it. Healed outside. And stolen by Thybulle. Pass to Klingon. Corner shot. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Portland.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Just 5 to shoot. Curry finds Hield. Here's the 3. The 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Kamare. Now, here's Thybulle, guarded by Kerr. Launches it. Thybulle can't get it to go. Warriors have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Hield from outside. Offensive rebound. Beyond the arc. And the 3 ball is good. Hield's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
It's Curry outside. From deep. Pass to Hield. Stripped away. And even 3-on-3 break. Kuminga against Grant. To the wing right side. Grant with a screen on Hield. Jacks up a 3. Connects from 3-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Henderson outside. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hield with the bucket.
And while he moved there by Hield, with that pull-up J, keeping himself 1 step ahead of the defense.
Henderson, no one around him. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Curry with a wide open look. And another three for Golden State.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from three and capitalized.
He was all alone on that one. 8 points for Donovan Clingan.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Grant for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Grant's got his first 3 points of the game. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Healed from outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Draymond Green is out there with Butler. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot. Ayton a screen. To the wing on the left. From deep. Warriors with the rebound. Pass to Curry. Puts up a deep 3. Stephen Curry. What a shooter.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Here's Avdia. Off target from 3-point range. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
A nice shot by Simons.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
The shot's good from Simons.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for space.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer. And now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
First team foul.
And Portland has possession. A 2-point game. Simons surveying the D. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Sharp with this screen on Curry. This one for 3. And it's Simons missing.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Ayton wide open. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
At all times he's on the court. Green is active and physical. of the action.
You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
No good from Grant.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Count it, and the foul. Benny Avdia picks one up.
And no wonder Green has been called the heartbeat of his team. He just makes plays that energize the entire roster.
And the Warriors making a change here. Heald's checked in. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Rupert. Hits the three-point bomb. Rupert's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Klingen's shot is off. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Green right into the basket. And it's Green with the jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Henderson, no good. The Warriors have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Butler passes to Looney. For the lead. Nails it from deep. Jimmy Butler.
And this is why Butler is so dangerous. He's not afraid to take any shot if he likes the angle.
For 3, Henderson traps in the tray. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Butler. And there's Butler with the flush. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail.
What a performance for Draymond Green. He has been the story. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Scoot Henderson. Bob Williams is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Klingen, and it's Thibault in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Get that bucket in no time at all. Henderson's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Outside, Kuminga. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Delano Banton's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Now on the floor for your Trailblazers. Number 5.
Kuminga sets a screen for Curry. They kick out to Hield. 6 on the shot clock. Kuminga sets a screen for Hield. Knocks down the 3-ball.
A volume 3-point sniper. Hield realizes his role is to help space the floor with his shooting.
Henderson passes to Banton. They set the pick. Puts it up. Offensive rebound. Henderson against Curry. The kick out to Williams. Williams a screen. Offline with his three. Warriors leading by 3. And Hield launches it from deep. Nice open look, but it's no good. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That's his first foul. And Portland making a change here. Simons is checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Podziemski, he's checked in for Payton. Simons from outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
And there's the bucket from Kuminga.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time three.
Pass to Klingon. And it's Donovan Klingon with the foul. That's his first foul.
It was really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And the Warriors with some changes. Green he's checked in for. Kevon Looney. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. And it's Moses Moody in for Buddy Hield. Curry on the move. Shoots. And it's Green missing.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Avdia, a screen on Curry. Over in the corner, Avdia. Now, here's Moody. Defense right on him.
2 minutes.
Butler sets a screen for Green. And the Warriors miss again. Trailblazers trail by 6. Ayton kicks to Simons. Looking to get it going. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That'll be his second foul of the game. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Podziemski finds Green. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's the screen. Avdia. And a miss there on the triple.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Green taking his time here. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Outside, Green. Money!
Fearless. Draymond Green gets it done in the moment.
And Portland with the ball. Ayton a screen on Curry. Simons from outside. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Tipped away and stolen by Simon. Takes the 3. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Simons against Curry. Outside Butler. And here's Green outside. Off on that one. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the dub. Thanks so much, David. And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy.
out there with Draymond Green. And it's Moody in at the small forward position. And for the Kings, the duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. And it's Ellis in at the 1 spot. And when you look at the numbers for these teams, Brent, they both pile up assists.
Those are some of the better teams to play for and are the most dangerous in terms of setting up your scheme defensively. Coaching staffs have a really hard time trying to get their team ready against an opponent that moves the ball as often as both of these teams do tonight.
When we talk about the top players in the league, Brent, Domantas Sabonis can get overlooked.
You wonder if the record was a little bit better last year for the Kings, where he might have finished in the MVP voting, because this guy led the league in rebounding, and he put up 8 assists per game. So top 10 in MVP, that could have moved up a little bit with a winning record. He is a legitimate star at his position.
And so here's Sacramento. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago, Murray passes to LaVine. Clock at 6. Back to Murray. Pass to Sabonis. Murray, a screen on Green. Here's Sabonis. Warriors with the rebound. First quarter of play, a minute in. Here's Green. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Ellis passes to DeRozan. Outside LaVine. Lets the 3 fly. Fires, hitting the triple.
He had to get it away, and he did. LaVine with the quick release.
Pass to Pajemski. Back to Green. Outside for Butler. Curry with it. Back to Butler. Here's Green. Plenty of space. Count it.
Tough to contest that one. Draymond went right up into a one-piece shooting motion.
And here's Sabonis. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to speak with the head coach of the Kings for a minute. I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with him about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now, here's Green. And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's on Zach LaVine.
That's a strong finish from Draymond Green. Those are the kind of plays where he likes to flex on.
Monk, he's checked in for the Kings. And Brent, the Kings have the pieces to compete and finally creating some stability.
Yeah, after that 16-year playoff absence, just being a factor in the West has Sacramento and their fans really, really exciting. Again, the pieces are there. Will they push it this year to get back in the mix?
Now here's DeRozan. Out to Sabonis. Pass to LaVine. And LaVine, throw it down.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, LaVine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
Right side Green. Rebound by Sacramento.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Here's Sabonis. Yep, that one's good.
Now, this is where Sabonis can play tricks. He's got every move at his disposal.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's a 5-point game, and it's Green missing.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And it's hammered home by Green.
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
The Kings lead by 3. Sabonis looking over the floor. Fires the 3. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. That one's good from Green. And the assist by Curry. Green's got 11 points.
Draymond Green making a good call that time in the open court.
And they pick up 2.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
From deep three-point land. Another miss by Green. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Sabonis against Butler. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And some changes here for the Kings. Lyles, he's checked in for Murray. LaRavia comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Carter in for Levine.
And what really sets Draymond apart is that tenacity. I mean, he never stops fighting you. I mean, any second he's on the floor, he's competing and he's coming at you.
Shot's good by Sabonis.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Green. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Warriors substitution. Number 32.
Curry against Carter.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hield for three. It's been all about Domantas Sabonis for Sacramento. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Kings?
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Domantas Sabonis out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's LaRavia in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. And here's Kuminga for 3, and he buries his first look.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Oh, misses the dunk. The Warriors trailing. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. They also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round, and he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Pass to Carter. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Sabonis. Fires for 3. With 1 on the clock. And Sabonis slams it in.
Running like a well-oiled machine, and Sabonis at the helm.
Carter. First personal foul. First team foul.
Zach LaVine, he's checked in for Sacramento. Ellis comes in for Carter. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Pajimski comes in for Hield. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Green, a screen. From downtown. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. And so Sabonis will bring it up for the Kings. On the wing, Levine. He's watched by Kuminga. Levine surveys the D. Shot clock at 5. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. Sabonis has got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Green missing. The Kings lead by 5. Sabonis against Green. Sabonis, right side. Over Green. That one a little long.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to Some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
Here's Sabonis. Outside Monk. Pass to Sabonis for three. Green with the defensive effort.
He needs to try to get another basket this quarter because clearly his jumper is not going down right now.
And it's in there.
Now Green right now picking his spots, working the in-between area on the offense.
Out left to the wing. 1:03 left in the first half. Outside for Levine. Pass to Ellis. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. And that one's good. LaRavia. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. To the inside. Here's Green. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A. Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And some changes here for the Kings. Murray comes in for LaRavia, and DeRozan is subbed in for Monk. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Sabonis against Green. DeRozan right side. Left side, Levine. And here's Sabonis outside. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Kings ahead. They're up by 4. Well, thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, one guy who's getting it done is Draymond Green.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moody is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
The Kings leading. Sabonis, left side. Outside, Levine. And another miss by Sacramento.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Green. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Kings have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. For the tie. Over the defense. Green gets it to go inside.
Just Draymond's overall strength on the inside to get in there and find his way to a basket in the paint.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as he can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. The 3 from DeRozan. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. DeRozan's got 6.
And what's interesting, the 3-ball isn't a big part of DeRozan's game. But when he's feeling it, he can make it happen. And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Levine finds Sabonis. Boy, it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. He's got 17.
He got that one to fall, but he's been struggling with his shot tonight. If he can improve his shooting, it would help them keep the lead.
Draymond Green's going to be very excited about that play.
They kick it out to Murray. Butler with a steal. Here's Green. For the lead. Second chance shot. Over DeRozan. Denied by DeRozan. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. They kick it out to Murray. Bottom. Free ball from Keegan.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Craig.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick. Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Levine passes to Sabonis. They kick it out to Murray. Clock at 4. Pass to Ellis. Jacks up with 3. The offensive rebound to the middle. Sabonis with it. Now guarded by Butler. Another shot with the clock winding down. Murray for 3. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry. Curry's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Green. Pass to Curry. Back to Green. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
Green sensing that the team needs maybe a little boost from him, and tonight it's coming in the scoring category.
Outside for Levine. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis. Levine's got 11 points.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside for Green. And there's another one for the Warriors.
Assist goes to
the Kings shooting just 36% in the third. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. On the wing, DeRozan. Butler with a steal. It could go. No good that time. It's all tied in Sacramento. And time for a short break. Stay right there. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. The Warriors shooting a nice 50% for the game. We've got Jonas Valanciunas. Trey Lyles is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Ellis in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Pass to Monk. Back to Valanciunas. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Here's Golden State. Oh, there's the alley. Hammers the lob through.
So much attention on Steph that really opens up the floor.
Here's Lyles. It's good. Now here's Jackson Davis. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Right side Curry. 4-3. Oh, Curry, a sick triple.
I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
Here's Levine. Pass to Ellis. Here's Lyles. Here's Ellis. Takes the 3. Counted from distance. Ellis has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. And here's Hield. There's the triple. Rebounded by Lyles. And it's Valanciunas with the ball for Sacramento. Outside Levine. Back to Valanciunas. Pass to Levine. Shot clock at 6. Levine down the lane. Monk with it. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it.
I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Murray's checked in for Lyles. The Warriors also with a sub. Pajimski's checked in. And here's Curry for 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Murray's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Valanciunas passes to Levine. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. The 3 from Curry gets the 3 ball to go. And the Warriors lead by 3.
And I just love the calm confidence that Steph has in these kind of moments. Get the ball to him, he'll do it to you every time.
They kick it out to Murray. Misses the 3.
After clawing their way back in, that was a chance to even things up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that bad.
Well, the Kings should have got a decent clip. 45% for the game. Now here's Monk, guarding closely. Pass to Levine. There's a screen. Gets stolen by Heel. And there's the foul. It's on Zach Levine. That's his 3rd foul so far. And Sacramento with some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Valanciunas. And DeRozan is subbed in for Monk. Green with a screen on Murray. Back to Green. 5 on the clock. Draymond driving to the rim. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one.
All those weapons, and Draymond Green ends up being the guy hurting you. What a huge shot.
DeRozan outside. Picked by Sabonis. DeRozan into the lane. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Yeah, man. DeRozan is fired up. These situations just fuel his competitiveness.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
What stood out to me was their passes. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Kings. Fultz comes in for Ellis. Green, a screen. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got 39.
Well, this team trusts everybody, and this time the trust was in Draymond Green.
It's stolen by Curry. And there's the lob, and it's hammered home by Green.
Draymond Green showing that he can get up there, showing some bursts.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Stolen by Valanciunas.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And that one's good. DeRozan. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Zach Levine. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And it's the Kings with the ball. On the wing, Murray. Here's Green. Misses the shot. And so it's Golden State winning this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little...
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For
run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Shaden Sharp is out there with Anthony Simon. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the small forward.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
So it's Portland now. Now here's Simons. Nailed from three-point land.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch. Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Now, here's Sabonis. Levine kicks to Murray. Drills it from outside.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Here's DeRozan. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Here's Sabonis. It's tipped. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. It's stolen by DeRozan. And now Sacramento on the break. Sabonis' screen on Simon. Levine's shot is off. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Ayton a screen. Sharp the pass to Simons. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Monk's checked in for Sacramento. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Simons with the ball. 8 points for him. Avdia, a screen on Monk. 4 on the shot clock. 3-pointer, Simon. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. Kings have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Murray dishes to Monk. Outside DeRozan. Back to Monk. Shoots over Simon. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Trailblazers leading by 3. Sharp finds Avdia. Ayton, the pass to Sharp. Back to Ayton. Outside, Avdia. Grant sets a screen for Avdia. Misses the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Sabonis with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Sabonis a screen on Simon. Monk hits the outside fadeaway. 1:30 left to play in the first. The veteran DeMar DeRozan, RJ, a terrific player, a great scorer.
And he's been doing it for a long time. He has been an elite scorer since he picked up a basketball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Sabonis, the pass to Levine. Back to Sabonis. And he's good on the 3-ball. Sabonis has got 5.
Have to admire the confidence right there. Sabonis feeling like he can knock down these shots whenever he wants.
And Simons wide open. He'll fight. And another 3 for Portland.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Really left alone that time. He's got 17.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Now here's Levine. He has yet to score. Buries the long-range jumper.
That's a strong response from Levine. You got to D him up from there.
Avdia kicks to Ayton. Simons with the screen for Avdia. Outside, Simon. And another three for Portland.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
On its way from Monk for two. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Trailblazers. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Henderson. Klingen is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Klingen with it, defended by Sabonis. Pass to Thybulle, puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Lyle. And it's Sabonis with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by one. Lyles passes to LaRavia. The kick out to Sabonis. Just 5 on the clock. Here's LaRavia. The kick out to Sabonis. Now Klingen. No scoring in this one. Pass to Henderson. A three-pointer is right on target. Henderson's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Thybulle for 3. It doesn't go for him. Sacramento's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Sabonis, the pass to LaRavia. Right side, Sabonis. Lets it go from deep. And that one's good, LaRavia.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Grant with a screen on Monk. Thybulle for 3. It's hauled in by Lyle. It's deflected and stolen by Thybulle. Lots of room. Portland no good that time either.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Sabonis. Out to Carter. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Here's Henderson after the basket by Sabonis. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Zach LaVine's checked in for the Kings. Ellis comes in for Carter. And here's Henderson. And it's Thybulle in the corner. 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. Henderson, no good. Sacramento's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Monk sets the screen for Ellis. Pass to Sabonis. Now, here's Lyons. Offensive rebound. with the second effort. Now, here's Monk. He's got 5. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
There's a screen. Weibel for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Weibel's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Sabonis finds Levine. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Henderson looking it over. Clinging the screen for Henderson. Weibel on the wing. Drains the 19-footer. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now, here's Monk. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Levine kicks to Sabonis. Kick out to Levine. The tray. It's deflected. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Substituting on the court.
Seven seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And the wide open shot from Avdia. Cans it from downtown. Avdia's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Back to the action in just a minute. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Hey, RJ, what about Keegan Murray? He made the immediate impact in the NBA as a rookie, setting a record for three-point shots made, and he has continued to build on it.
A bit of a surprise as the 4th overall pick in the 2020 draft. Murray was the right fit. Big part of Sacramento ending that 17-year playoff drought.
6 to shoot. Second chance shot, and there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Simons. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. Ellis, the pass to Levine. About 1 minute played here in the second half.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Ayton dishes to Avdia. Ayton a screen on Murray. Here's Avdia. They get the rebound. And stolen by Murray. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself. DeRozan's shot is off. Portland leading by 9. Avdia with it. Picked up by Ellis. Avdia, the pass to Simons. Pass to Sharp. 5 on the clock. Over Levine. And it's Sharp missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pulls it up. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Levine's got 5 now. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Sinks the triple.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut back down to a 7-point margin, getting the points there from DeRozan. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Kamare. Ayton a screen. Kamare misses. Sacramento's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Kings moving the ball around. Levine sets the screen for DeRozan. Ellis outside.
2 minutes remaining.
For three.
2 minutes.
The Trailblazers pull it in. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Kamare. Outside, Simons. Avdia with a screen for Simons. Here's Kamare. Avdia, a screen on Levine. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Monks checked in for Ellis. And then for the Trailblazers, Grant comes in for Sharp, and Henderson subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Now, here's Sabonis. 10 points for him.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Kamare. Henderson with it. Pass to Kamare. Now, Avdia. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And some changes here for the Kings. Laravia's checked in, and it's Carter in for Zach LaVine. The Kings trail by 7. Carter kicks to Monk. Sabonis sets the pick for Monk. From past the arc. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist by Monk. Sabonis has got 13.
And it's clear that Sabonis has it going on right now. That defense is at his mercy.
Playing the screen for Avdia. They could use a bucket. Good on the triple. 6 points for him.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now, here's Sabonis. 13 points in the game. But no one around him. And the 3 off target. Portland leading by 7.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Henderson outside. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, we've got Matisse Thybulle. Williams is out there with Klingon. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and it's Henderson in at the point. Klingon shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Monk.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
Thybulle can't get it to go. Thybulle's gone 1 of 5 from deep. Ellis the pass to Monk. For 3, Levine. It's hauled in by Thybulle. Portland leading by 7. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Grant. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Portland making a change here. Rupert's checked in.
Blazers substitution. Number 21.
Williams a screen on Monk. Fires for 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Kicks it out to Ellis. From downtown. Outside, Levine. Pass to LaRavia. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
The all-around game of Levine, an excellent passer for his position.
Ball's knocked loose and taken away by Ellis. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Valanciunas. Levine wide open. Rebound by Williams. Here's Rupert. For the three. Rebound by the Kings. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Monk. Levine sets the screen for Monk. From the arc. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Levine.
ICE, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Monk with the ball. Levine deciding where to go with it. Pass to LaRavia. To take the lead. Levine can't hit.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Grant for 3. And here's Henderson. He's guarded by Ellis. To end the drought. And Scoot Henderson good for 3.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Levine kicks to Ellis. Pass to Valanciunas. Takes it inside. Launches a 3. Ellis can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 4. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Substituting on the court.
Ellis against Simon. Ayton a screen on Ellis. Shot clock at 6. And it's Simon's missing. Sacramento's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Kick out to Levine. Sabonis sets the big for Levine. The 3 ball. It counts. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Ellis against Abdia. Levine for 3. A shot that time, not on target.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Amaran. Rebounded by Ellis.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Outside DeRozan for the win. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan.